Okay, this is the past year that I share with all of you. Okay, basically, this one is face to face. Ya Allah. Okay, I guess we need to wait first for others to join. If not, I keep accepting. Okay, so this is the past year. So let we go through. This one is not complete. If you can see that the question for part A is only until number 6. This is how it's look like only, and there is a part B, which is the structure. Okay, so I continue again. Same goes to your test 1. So for your test 1, it's going to be on this Friday, 23 April, isn't it? I forgot the time, but basically, if you look here, I did some mock tests. Over here, it's showing that you need to occupy 2 hours. Yes, I guess. Let me check to reconfirm. Okay. So, where should I put? Maybe I'm going to put it here. I'm start presenting first. I put at the chat, so then you can copy paste it later on. Test 1, 23 April 2021. It will be on Friday, 9 12 hingga 18 Maret 12 9 10 11 12. 10 11 12. It is morning, right? 9 until 11 a.m. 400 students. And then 6 lecturers. Okay. Harisa. Wait Dr. Zuaini. WhatsApp me. Boleh tak you export jadikan Excel? Saya opening tadi. Wait I need to export the test 1. I guess I already export. Support. XML. Moody XML code. Alhamdulillah.
Doctor,
Yes, yes.
did you like? I didn't hear you when you were talking about the mock test.
What again?
The mock test.
Okay, actually, I just want to show you about the mock test. Basically, I don't want to take the time because if the mock test I need to do, it will occupy 2 hours. So today I'm going to do discussion related to our test one. So what is the question look like, and then maybe we can spot which part that we can focus more in our test one. Is it okay?
Oh, okay, doctor. Thank you so much.
Sorry, I just finished with Dr. Zurani.
It's okay. Take your time, doctor.
Okay, as you can see over here, Sam goes to what I did share in the chat, which is the test will be about 2 hours. And what will be happen is for part A is very simple, I guess. Uh, although I cannot share because it is about uh, test one, so I need to stop sharing. Okay. Basically, for your part A, it's very simple. Which is, although we are saying it is closed book test, of course, but yeah, it is online. Maybe you can just refer to it. So mostly the question will be like direct question from your notes. So it is always depend on notes, but only like maybe 2 or 3 question which is general question about computer. So I guess if you like always uh always learn about computer, you know the basic about computer, then it's easy for you to answer. So let me check. Let me share my screen again.
Doctor, the quiz is, the test is one way or can go back forward?
Actually, I did ask them this morning, but they said they still didn't what finalize it. But for now, you can go back to previous. Apa benda ni? Sekejap Wait. Dua kosong OS.
Doctor, can you provide us some exercise which, if we done that one, so it will help on our test?
Wait. I need to settle with Dr. Zuriani. It is about our test. Okay, I am recording this Gmeet. So later on you can also rewind back the question. Over here, I did the mock, but this one is more to your part A. So over here, it's showing that the time limit is 2 hours, but I did only part A. But we can go through it by one by one. So you can see over here, this is how it's going to look like. Of course, there will be some other description related to your test one. So I just start to attempt. So over here, what I did is only 13 question, but for your test one, it will be about 18 question, and mostly the question will be 1 marks. The maximum marks is 20. So some of the question will be 2 marks. So it should be on calculating. So you have module 1 and module 2, right? So module 2 normally is related to your calculations, your first complement, second complement. So that will be occupy 2 marks. And the rest will be like 1 marks. So over here you can see which so this is the first question, which is not components in the processor. So this one is in your module 1. So if you go back to your module 1, you will see that, where is it? I need to be careful because I did also open the test 1 question. So which is not component in the processor? So you need to know what is processor. And please look back. Let's say over here, this is module 1, module 2. I need to close the test 1 first. Okay, now I can share my screen because I already closed the test 1. So over here, let me open our module 1. So for our module 1, if you can see over here, at what pages? You have the process, okay. You have the input, you have the process, you have the output and storage. This is the very basic, this is the very basic flow for your computer. But you need to know what is input output, what is input device, what is output device, what is the storage and also process. So in the question is asking about process. So in process, if you look over here, you have processor, you have ALU, you have CU and also register. So which one is not in here? It should be the main memory because register is part of processor. Control unit is part of processor, ALU is part also processor. So this is the correct answer. So I don't know whether it's correct or not, I just pick it. So next question. Which is not the correct task about component in CPU? Alhamdulillah. So this one also is in your slide, in your notes. So all the question basically you can always found the answer in your notes, but of course due to the time limit, please make sure you occupy for part A 40 minutes and part B 1 hours 20 minutes. So if let's say you if let's say you occupy more than 40 minutes for part A, then later on you will be having problem for your part B. So please make sure you follow that. And for this test 1, it is not asking you to like, although it is a subjective question for part B, it will be direct. You need to key in directly answer in the e-learning. And I guess it's no need for you to draw your answer in the paper and then scan and then submit. It's not going to be like that. So all directly in the e-learning. Alhamdulillah. So please make sure you open the alarm, isn't it? maybe alarm. So maybe about 30 minutes, then you will be having one alarm, so that you have another reminder 10 minutes to finish your part A. So part A is only 20 marks. So 20 marks only. And it is about 18 question. There is 2 marks for several question and 1 marks for the rest. So over here you can see which is not the correct component in CPU. So if you want the answer, of course it will be always in your module, in your notes. But if you don't know, let's say this is your first time open your notes, so this is your first time study, so it will be hard for you to find where is the pages that you need to refer to, right? So it will take times for you to scrolling and try to find the exact answer. So let me try to find it. Basically, I'm not referring to the slide while doing the question. I'm referring to the books, so it will be slightly different. Okay. Over here, if you can see, I put side by side. So what is the correct, which is not the correct task about CPU? So over here you can see the task for CPU. So it is a control operations of the computer, blah, 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 blah. Not the correct component. It is component. Component lah. Sorry. So this one you can see, control unit is part of the components. Where is it? Wait. Correct task for the component in CPU. Okay. CPU is this one. Memory is this one. IOR, input output is this one. And so on. Then you have another slide like this. So the task for the component of CPU, see you have 2 tables. This one is task, this one is structural. So please make sure make familiar with this table, because okay. So over here you can see maybe we look into first the ALU, perform the computer function. Okay. CU, control unit, control the CPU operation. And then another one, a CPU interconnection. So of course there is no main memory. Main memory is not a component of CPU. So this is the correct number. And please make sure don't do silly mistake. By sharing the question with friends. So first of all, that don't share the question with friend. Maybe your question number 2, your friend also maybe it is lucky that you have similar question 2 with your friend. Maybe you are discussing with your friend. Okay, my question 2 is this. Maybe you are doing Gmeet with your friend. We also don't know. Maybe you are video call. We also cannot know. So maybe you are sharing the question because you are having limited of time. Maybe you didn't realize. You said, okay, the question is similar. And then you said, okay, I answer A. And then your friend say, okay, I will follow A. But sometimes we will shuffle also the answer. maybe now A is here. And maybe, oh, I think I do the ABC. Or should be there is no showing ABC, but of course the top you will be saying that okay, this is A. So you will share with your friend, but it will shuffle. Maybe you get main memory as A, but your friend are getting A as CPU. So please don't do that. And another one, what are sharing to the check or any other website. Maybe you share the question and ask the expert to answer. Of course we won't know, especially the part A. We don't know who is the student, but please learn from mistake. Although you are not the one who been coach last semester, but your other friend are already punished, which is they need to retake, isn't it? The digital logic. It is already end of the semester. Then suddenly for final exam, they are doing a silly mistake, which is they cheat. They share the question to online and ask the expert to answer. So finally they was guilty and they need to retake the digital logic subject. And there is not only digital logic, but there is others subject, which is like year 3 subject. I forgot what is the subject, and many other subject doing similar thing. And it is not only boy but girl also. I was really frustrated. It is not my student, it is not digital logic subject, it is third year student. I feel like what happened to the girl? There is 2 or 3 girls, and when they said I admit and I guilty, that time I feel like what happened? You are a girl, but you did something like that. So it's sad. So please don't do something that not really good. I think not good, but not really good for you. To do for your future, please do with honors and do the best. Not study hard, but study smart. So we continue. This one is question number 3. This is from the one that I show, the flow chart of the computer process. So this one. So you have input, process, output, storage. You need to pick which is the correct flow. So of course this is the correct one. And then after that, okay, you need to know also what is input device. This one I already repeat. What is output device? What is storage device, which is divided into 2, main memory and secondary main storage and secondary storage, right? And then processor, there are 3: ALU, register, and control unit. So you need to know that also. And another one more things, which is about your computer, of course. About your computer, if you look back, okay, this one is module 3. Okay, if you look back for your computer, sometimes it's not stated here, but in class I already share some important about computer, which is which of the things in the computer is the brand or maybe the heart of your computer. So you need to know also. And then about your, you, where is it? Sorry, I need to find. I'm not really familiar with slide. Normally I will use books to refer. I use slide only when I teach. Okay, you can see over here also. You need to know about system bus, and before end of the module 3 you learn about port. Where is the port? Okay, about this port, serial port, parallel port. This one is just umum. Pengetahuan umum. So you need to know which is something that you need to think by yourself sometime. It is not stated in your notes, but you need to know about the computer. And this one, what is the correct virtual machine layer for layer 3? This one is also very important. Sorry. Where is it? Module 1. Okay, your layer. You have also learned layer in digital logic, so please don't mistake that. So you have layer in virtual machine. So the question asking you about a virtual machine layer for layer 3. So layer 3 or level 3. I think maybe level 3. So I mistake the question. So level 3, it is system software. So system software, okay, this is the answer. Why I did something like this? Okay, then please make sure also you know you can always refer back to your notes, but please make familiar with this layer. What is layer 0, what is layer 1, what is layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, and layer until layer 6. There is also table for each, which is about the description. Like layer 1, it is user layer level. So for user level, it is a like this one you can read by yourself. So level 5, level 4 until level 1. So please make sure you remember this hierarchy table, isn't it? I think so. And we move to our question number 5. So question number 5 asking which of the following is not correct about level 0 digital logic. So over here, this is digital logic. So layer 0. Okay, layer 0 is this one. So this is the functions of layer 0. So it's stated over here, these components is implementation is correct. Digital circuit correct. This one correct. So this is not okay. So the answer will be this one. Not correct. So this is page number 5. So because you can see over here, you have several pages. So just click next because you can always refer back to the question. Maybe you can click over here. Okay, this is question number 1. You want to go back to, let's say, question number 6. You want to go to question number 12. You can always click the question. For now, until now, they are agreed to do that. Last time digital logic, you cannot go back, right? So let's continue our question number 6. So over here, this one is mathematical question. I guess it is somewhere here. Okay, this one. you need to know because you already learned this basic measurement terminology since you are at secondary school. So don't answer this question wrong. If let's say there is a question about this, because it's a mathematical things and it's very easy, just play around with numbering. So let's say over here, 1 megahertz can also be represented with, okay, so M. M, okay, M is over here. So please make sure also you look into the symbol. If let's say it is capital letter, you need to look into capital letter. Don't look this one. Although it is M also, which is milli, but it is over here small letter. But the correct one is capital letter. So please make sure you look carefully the question. So over here 1 megahertz. So 1 megahertz it is 6. 10 6. So you will get this one. This is the correct answer. 10 1 6. Okay. So this is the correct answer. So this one is not because this is 1 2 3 4, only 4 0. This one is 7 0, which is already more, which is you can see over here. If let's say you have 7 0, you will be having 10 times 10 to the power of 6, because you have 6 over here and you plus another 0, you will be get 7. But if it's 1, so you will get like 1 to the power times 10 to the power of 6. This one is 1 megahertz, and this is will be the answer. So next is about, so please make sure, please maybe don't take time to refer to the table. Please memorize it. K capital letter, it will be kilo. What is the basic terminology, which is 10 to the power of 3? Maybe you can also remember to the power of 10, and then mega, it will be capital M, giga, a capital G, until peta. So please make sure you remember all of this. And question number 7, which of the following is not correct? So hard disk capacity is not to determine the amount of data, serial port, parallel component caches. This one is also in your module, but I forgot where is it. um, okay, maybe, and then I forgot also what is answer. Let me read it. Okay, not correct. Which is following not correct? So hard disk capacity is not to determine the amount of, okay, this one I guess it's more into the iklan. Where's your iklan? Okay, this one. Before that, we can see over here. At the advertisement, please read like this one. The microprocessor is the brand of the system. So this is one important keyword. A system bus move data to computer. So this is also important. because this is general knowledge. So general knowledge, as I mentioned, there is a question about general knowledge. So please make sure you read the description about the advertisement. And then over here, you can see cache is a type of temporary memory that can faster about RAM. So the D is correct already. So it is combination is not on one slide only. So several component will be combined. So you need to answer this. So like this, hard disk capacity determine the amount, but the question over here is not. So this is the answer because not correct. So that's why it's very important for you also to look into the advertisements in the notes. Although maybe you can say, oh, this is only the advertisement. I think it's not will be covered in our test one. So you are wrong. Advertisement as a general knowledge. So general knowledge, you need to know what is this, what is this. So the functions is mentioned there. Okay, so you please take a look into that. Alhamdulillah. So nanosecond. Okay. So nanosecond equal to 1 billion of second. Okay, this one also mentions here in your module. As I mentioned, part A is very direct question, and normally it's going to be come out from your notes. So normally you can just refer to your notes, but of course I'm not suggest you to do so because it's going to occupy many time for you to check back and then refer to the question, check back and then refer to the question. Of course, let's say like what I'm doing now, I'm referring to the notes, but I don't know where is exactly the pages and so on. So it's already take time. So please make sure you remember and understand it, that then don't refer to your notes. So where is it? Okay, nanosecond. Nanosecond is 1 billions. Okay, so this one is correct. And another one, 70 pico is 7 times 10 to the power 12. So we go back to the tables. Of course, I also didn't remember, but you need to remember. I didn't remember. It's okay for me because I already text the subject, and it's okay for me not to pass in the test one. But for you, you need to pass the test one, and of course, right? So over here, to 70 pico. 70 pico. You're lucky the question is directly mentions pico. It's not just saying like P. So if P, you need to carefully look whether it is a small letter or a capital letter. So if it is a small letter, it's going to be a pico. So pico is 10 minus 12. So 70 pico. Pico will be 10 to the power of minus 12. So it's going to be wrong, isn't it? Over here, it will be 70 times 10 to the power of 12. Because it is 70, it is not 7. So you can see. So this one, although this statement is correct, but this one is wrong, so it will be false. I forgot the answer basically. I did it to hurry, just to show you what is important about your test one. So next is under the Venom model. Okay, this model very important. Please make sure you look into it. Okay, that's why I think I give you. Is it one question? I guess I give more. Okay, so this is your Venom theorem. So when under Venom theorem, it's very important for you to look into it. And over here it mentions the Venom model used the designing and building the first generation. Okay, where is it? This one. So this Venom model used the design. Okay, this one is already correct. And what else? Based on three characteristic. So there is a based on the three characteristic. So it is true. So you don't just simply like, okay, this is question that will come out. No, the rest others also, maybe this one is important, or maybe this one that will be come out, or maybe also maybe it's going to ask you about these three. Maybe there will be like, please select the floor. Which one is the first floor? Which one is second? Which one is third? So you need to know the flow. And maybe also this one is under structures of Venom machines. Maybe you need to fill in. This one is memory, because in our flow of computer, if you look back, it will be different, right? Mana see? I also can't remember where is the flow is exactly. Okay. This one you can see you have the input first, and then you're going to be process, and this one is output and then storage. But for the Venom, you can see it's totally different, right? Not totally. It's slightly different. Over here, maybe you were saying, okay, this one should be the input because it is at the most left. Normally you're going to have input, and then it's going to be process, and then it's going to be the output, and then there will be a storage. So you look into these Venom machines, this is not input, this is your memory. And this one is the input output. Why your input output is in one place? Maybe I guess it's going to be see like this. Okay, you have the input and then output, and you have the CPU over here, and you have another one is the main memory. So see, it's totally quite different with your computer nowadays, which is input output here. This is output, this is input, process, and your main memory, which is storage. But your Venom machine is different. So maybe you need to memorize the flowchart, or maybe you need to memorize the step of these three characteristic, or maybe also this one. So which one? Maybe also this one is under the first generation of Venoms. This one also similar. So please take a look into your the Venom models. Okay. So next is, which of the following is the task for CPU? This go back again to the table task. This one. Not this one. There is several.
That one. This one is our hotel, and no, this is I think Subang Valley. This one or Subang Park. This is this is 7 years.
Okay, so over here, which of the following is a task for CPU? You can see over here, this is the task for the CPU. And where is it? Okay, this one. The CPU. Also, you can see task of the CPU. So this is the control, the operation. So the answer will be this one. So as I mentioned previously, there is a question related to this table, these two tables. So please take a look into these two tables. Maybe if you cannot memorize it's all, but you need to understand what is a LU task. If you understand, then of course you know the keywords. Normally, the answer over here is direct like this. See, this is direct from here. So there is no changes in sentences to make you confused. Not at all. So if you understand directly, you can pick, okay, this is of course the correct question answer. Okay. So next, over here, as I mentioned, there will be a Alhamdulillah, there will be a question that occupy more than 1 marks. Sorry, this one I didn't change, but
It's 23 hours.
of course, maybe there will be a calculations that asking you to calculate. So it's occupy some time for you to calculate. So it's already on our chapter 2. So in our chapter 2, there will be most of the question for your part B is coming from your chapter 2. Okay, this is your module 2. Perform the following operation using 7-bit binary system based on 2's complement. This is decimal. Okay, this is decimal. Let me tag. Okay, blank. Okay, this is decimal, which is 9. So you have 9. You can convert it into binary. So this one can be always 10 to the binary, which is base 2. This is positive. So there is no problem at all. When you have this, which is minus 23. So from here, you need to do what? You cannot just simply directly subtract the minus. So what you need to do is you need to change it into 2's complement. So for positive value, let's say because I want it to be easy for me to draw, I pick 7. Maybe 7 minus, okay, 3 minus 7. So I need to do the 2's complement. For 2's complement, this one is positive. I just change it into 0, 1, 1. Okay, this one is 3, which is in my binary, it's going to be 0, 0, 1, 1. But it mentions me, it's using 8-bit binary. So I need to know there will be another 4 in front. So please take note also in the bit of binary. Maybe it's going to give you 12. Maybe it's going to give you 4-bit. So please carefully look into this and this. Over here, Done. So where is your answer for 9? 9, 8, 1. Okay. This is the correct, 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 wrong. So you have 3 possibility because it's all 9. Oh, I didn't put 111 to make you confused. Okay, so there is 3 possibility. Now I have 7, which is minus. So because it is minus, I need to do it in second complement. So second complement, first of all, I just change 7 to binary first. So I'm going to get 0, 1, 1, 1. Is it? So this is my 7. But I need to know that I'm going to have 8 bits. So I'm going to put it 1, 1, 1, 1. This is my negative, isn't it? So you need to later on change it. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. And then after that, this is first complement. You need to do the second complement by adding 1. So you will get 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, the rest. So this is for your 7. And of course, your answer you will just directly add in. So over here, 23. What is 23? I don't have scientific calculator. Maybe six. This one is 4, 2, 1, 8, 16. So I have 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Maybe? No, 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 no. This one is also 1. So it will be 16 plus 4 is 20 plus 3 is 23. So this one is 0, this one is 1. So in front of me also it will be 1. And then after that I change it into first complement. It going to be, this one is 1, right? 0, 0, 0, 0, and then I plus 1, it will be 0, 0. Why I didn't get the answer? This one is I just do it. No, 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 no. I pick it here. Let we look into the example. Is it 23? I pick this one, isn't it? No. 0, 0, 0. This one. So from here, I get 23. This is my two's complement. So from here, I get, okay, first, see, I also already forgot, as I mentioned, for me it's okay, but for you, it is not okay. So please make sure you remember how to convert. So from 23, this is 23. 23, you have 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. And then after that, you need to convert it into first complement first. This is your first complement. And when I did this question, I forgot this is first complement. I just copy it paste. So because as I mentioned, I want to hurry, then I didn't check the question and answer. I just copy from this one. But please make sure, as I mentioned, take a look this one and also your this one, whether it is asking you to do the first complement or second complement, or maybe there will be another question. I forgot which one I picked. I think this one. So this is second complement, so our answer will be this. Not also this one. So our answer will be B. So as I mentioned, I just copy paste from here, but in your test, it will be also asking some similar question like this. So please make sure you remember how you're going to convert the second complement or first complement, but also look into this, whether it is whether it is 8-bit, whether it is 14-bit, whether it's 32-bit, any kind, it will be asked. Okay, so we move to another question. Using first complement 8-bit, so find this one. Is it similar? Oh, okay, this one is the first complement that I show you previously. Okay, this is the first complement. So the answer will be 111110. I 8 bits at. So I picked the wrong answer. So there is no answer here at all. It's okay because I did it wrongly, I guess. Over here, maybe we can just pick it. So question number 13. Okay, now this is about your floating point representation. So in your floating point, you have several standard, isn't it? Let we look into our floating point. Later on for part B, all of these will be very important. But this one is part A, right? So I show you one by one first. I need to speed up. Where is it? Okay. Floating point. Please make sure you take note on this one. In floating point representation, there is a floating point representation, and also Alhamdulillah, it is not because I eat. It is due to the fasting. I guess in our class also I will be burped several times. Too many times, I guess. I don't know what happened. Okay, this one you can see. This is the floating point representation. Okay, this one is simple modern. Sorry. So this is floating point number consists of blah 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 blah. Okay, general form. You need to know the standard. So over here, this is the 14 bits model for floating point format. I forgot whether the question asking about this or not. Because if you look over here, but it's okay. I guess the question you can see it clearly because the answer is quite similar. But if you look over here, this one is also floating point representation. But this one is 14 bits. I hope maybe I can recheck the question. it is 14 bit. So this one is supposedly 14 bit. So maybe I forgot to put in 14-bit model of floating point format and etc. So another one is only this format and also this format, isn't it? So if this one you will know, okay, this one is sign bit, this one is exponent, you're going to have 5. And for the significant and also fractions mantissa, please remember this this name, this title, something like that. This very important. So next is this question. You can see 1 per 4. What is 1 per 4? It's just want to make you confused. It's not represent it in floating number. But if you change it into floating number, it's going to be 0.25. So get it? So please make sure don't confuse. Maybe you said, okay, this is 1.4. No, this is of course 4 per 1 per 4, and you need to change it into floating value. Similar, I just picked the question from here, from the example. Where is it? Is it this one? Yes, I guess. Okay, you can see over here, you have 0.25, but this is too direct. Store the decimal number 0.25 in the floating point representation. So this one is similar to 1 per 4. So if let's say the question give you 1 per 2 or maybe 2 per 3, so don't feel like, oh, what is this? Don't feel nervous at all. You just convert 2 per 3 into the floating value. So you will get what is the value, something like this. So this one is 1 per 4 equal to 0.25. So you're just doing the step by step that already learned in our class. So you will get this answer. So I just copy paste this question. So you get this one. So then I guess it's going to be continue to part B, or maybe there will be break. I don't know, because it going to be only 2 hours. I don't know whether we going to have break or not. But please make sure, if let's say you don't have break, so it continue to part B, please stop at 40 minutes and go direct to part B, because part B you're going to be headed. Okay, so we already finished this one. Now I'm going to like share with you, because I'm not doing the question for part B. I don't have time to finish it, so maybe I will share with all of you what is going to be happen. Let we look into the mock that I not mock, the past year that I give. Okay, computer must able to perform 4 basic function except. So this one, what is the functions that computer can do? So please make sure this one is more also in general form. As long as you know, then you can answer it correctly. Question number 2, the organizations of computer include of what? The first computer. This one, I guess there will be available in the notes. It's provide storage internal in this. Okay, this one is provide storage internal. So this one also is very important for question number 3. And this one, 1 megabyte is equal as to the power of, wow, this one is also, as I mentioned, there will be also the question for you to calculate. So please stand by. And question number 5, which is not following is a part of computer level hierarchy. This one is look into back. The hierarchy is quite similar to the question that I created. Question number 6. This one I don't think that you will be asked about history. There is no history at all, I guess. So don't use your memory of your brain to just memorize the history thing about computer. Okay, part B. I forgot the total of mark, but as I remember, it going to be 4 question altogether. 4 question and it's stacked long in step. So take a look first this. Question number 1. Show the IEEE representations. Okay. So this one, let's say you do it in another rough of paper. Please show it all the step. Don't leave any step left. Maybe you already done this and then you already convert until you get the answer in term of IEEE 75454. You just draw the answer. Maybe you just draw the answer. Maybe you just draw the answer. Why I cannot? Okay, it's okay lah. So maybe you just draw the answer and you didn't show your step. So you will cannot get the total of 5 mark. Although your answer is correct. Your 5 mark is on the step. Not only the answer. The answer only maybe 1 marks or maybe 0.5 marks. So the step will occupy most of the mark that given. And maybe, as I mentioned, maybe you blank. You cannot answer at all. Maybe you occupy more of your hours in part A, maybe. I said just maybe. So you feel like, okay, I cannot do, maybe. Just write anything. Maybe you can just go to your module. This one is module 1. Okay, maybe you can just go to your module and you go to the IEEE. Okay, this one. So you just go to the example or the step that given. Which one? This is spicing. I just pick the example, okay? Where is the example? All the exercise, okay. Let's say I just give you an example. Maybe this one is IEEE 745. Okay, just copy paste it back. Although it's not similar to 5.6 maybe, right? It's totally up. Not is similar like this. But please make sure you learn. Okay, let's say this is the answer, but totally is, of course, it's going to be wrong. Just do all the steps from step number 1 until step number 4. Although it is wrong, just write it and make familiar with the style which is for your final exam. Of course, maybe we going to try to find, although your answer is wrong. For your test 1, unfortunately, it will be direct from e-learning. the keyword from the e-learning, it will be generate it by default. So we as a lecturer not going to mark. So the e-learning will mark for us. So I guess for final exam, we need to mark. So please make sure don't left any single question blank. Write anything, so your lecturer will try to help you to find any marks. Maybe you can get 20 but you get only 18, so your lecturer will go back to your slide, so for your answer script, and they will try to find where have something you write, then maybe we can just tick right and then put the marks, because we need to have the proof which one that we can tick and put the mark, although sometimes it is not correct. But yeah, maybe we can say, okay, the student understand the step, the student understand, so we can give it two, so we try to lenient, something like that. So please make sure don't left anything blank. So you can see over here, question number 2, give the IEEE single finder. Okay, please try to do it. The previous or past year test 1. It's near to 11:30. So I will speed up. Okay, what is the most important? For part B, or maybe for your part A also, please take look into your this one. Okay, this which is about your first versions of multiplication hardware and first version division hardware. Do mana okay, please do all the exercise, please do all the example, and please try to change the value to make familiar with all this table, because you need to remember all the step, isn't it? For multiplication, I guess it's quite simple for you to remember, but it's going to be quite tricky when you going to go to the divisions. So for division, I guess maybe there is only few example, and also very few in exercise. So you can see over here example only one, the reminder, the test, and so on. And 7 divide with 2. So you need to see it step by step. And there is one exercise, 2 exercise only. Please make sure you try all these exercise and try to play around like this. Alhamdulillah. Let's say this one is positive for both. How, let's say you have positive and negative, or maybe you just change and swap, maybe -6, and then you divide with 3. So what will happen? Try to do it several times, then you will be familiar with this table. So please make sure you remember all the table, and please make sure you familiar with it, because it's going to occupy 1 hour 20 minutes. So please make sure you can think what type of question will be asked. And what else? Uh, okay, that's about the multiplication and divisions. The one for over here, the in front one is not too hard. Fixed number representation, fixed number arithmetic, negations, addition, subtraction, multiplication. Sorry, this one is quite hard, especially the divisions. So this one, I guess it's not too hard. You can just play around with your first complement, second complement. You can just do it, and you already learn in your DL also, right? So it is not too heavy for you, I guess. But please try many times, do it, and maybe you can try to find more exercise online through Google, uh, about your multiplication, about your divisions. That's maybe will come out one question related to this. And then after that, about your floating point, let we go on to the floating point. Floating point also can be asked on your part E. So let's go to the floating point. It's going to be also in your Bison. Bison. Okay, this one we already looked into it. Maybe we can try to make it familiar. And about your Bison also, please make sure you remember how to do this, and so on. What is B? What is the value of this? So over here, you need to know, where is the example 17? Okay. Store the 17 in this model. So you already were given with the model. You need to do the normalized and unnormalized and so on. So please remember all the steps. That's on Bison exponent also. What else? I triple. Basically, it's quite similar. Only the different on the standard. Different standard. They're going to be a different kind of form, isn't it? So the form is going to be different, which is the general form will be different. So as in the class, I ask you to remember the equation. Where is the equation? Like this. So you need to remember the equation EB equal to E prime plus bias. So this all the equation, please remember it, and the format also. So try to do focus also in your part B, which is all on the calculations. So I guess it's already 11:30. Uh, Tomorrow we will have we're going to have class. So maybe I can also touch more on our part B later on in the class. So please don't worry too much if you already done too many exercise related to your calculation and so on. Is it okay? So any question?
Yes, doctor. For this test, part B, we have to just put the answer, right? I mean, in e-learning, we don't have to write in paper and scan.
Yes, part A. Part B, basically we're going to do the same, I guess. I forgot how, but we're not going to mark. We're not going to mark.
So that's mean it's filling the blanks type question, right?
You need to do the step. I don't know how. Let me check it. You need
Without paper, how can I do the step? I just in e-learning, I just can choose and write some point. I think. I
maybe
mean,
you need to write in the e-learning, maybe there will be the wait, I check. No question on, because the question is
Madam, I think it's scanning using the camera scan.
if you scan, how e-learning can know? That's the question.
Like just scanning and then just submitted to the e-learning, right? Like scanning on the paper.
For in this case, lecturer have to check the papers.
Yes.
E-learning cannot.
Because the one that did the part B is Dr. Azura. Is it Azura? So, but the question is subjective. Blended learning. I'm not sharing, right? Let me double check. Okay, because I opened the question now. So let me go through. Why it's slow? Okay, this is structured question. So you need to, of course, you need to write the step, but I don't know how that you going to answer in the e-learning, then the e-learning will marks. I don't know how, but please just prepare it. Maybe tomorrow I will double check with other lecturer about that one, because they said e-learning will calculate and marks by itself, not us. The lecturer is not going to mark at all. So how is it look like? I don't know.
Okay, and for tomorrow, after tomorrow class, can you provide some exercise for part B, which will be helpful for our test in part B?
Yes, can, but I suggest you maybe by tonight or maybe before our class tomorrow, please do just exercise in the notes. As I mentioned, same goes to your part A. Normally we will just directly pick the question from the notes, and maybe we just change the value. So something like that. So please try to do it first, the exercise and also the example in the notes that provided. Is it okay? Later on, I will give extra exercise on part B.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Overflow, and then this one. Total mark for part B. Let me calculate. 25 marks. How come it's going to be 25 marks? 25 mark plus 20 marks for part A. So 20 marks for part A, 25 marks for part B. So part B is going to be how many question? 1, 2, 3 question, but there is 4 question, but it's going to be like a point also. So it's going to occupy more like apa ni? IEEE 754. Okay. So try to look first in the exercise and example given. As I mentioned, play around with numbering. You just change the number. So if you can change the number and answer it, then you can answer the question for your test 1. So any other question?